Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I come and continue to communicate. I wanted to wish you a happy New Year. For today is the Galactic New Year. It is the brand new start. It is yesterday was a reset, and today is a new year, completely new year. And there will be 12 days, 12 sacred days that will lead to the. Some people, some like little muppets that makes as much noise as a jet plane. So there is 12 sacred days that leads to the 8/8 portal. On August 8, there will be this grand opening, as every year, the Lion's Gate, where Sirius will be rising right in front of the Galactic Center and the Sun, and it is the Orion Gates that is opening, the blending of the Yin and the Yang, the harmonization of the divine masculine and divine feminine. So we have those 12 sacred days between today and the August 8, just as between Christmas and the Epiphany on January 6th, we have those 12 sacred days in the winter in the northern hemisphere. So I hope you enjoy those days. It is a total reset. So much is possible. So much is going on. And we can use the golden ray very much. Call on the golden ray of the Father from the galactic sun, from the great central sun. The more we are able to envisage, it is the golden white light of the Christ as well. It is the light of unconditional love, the light of unconditional forgiveness. It is a very powerful. The more we are able to embody this divine light, the more we will be able to serve the earth. For light workers and energy workers and starseeds and all those who are working towards the fulfillment of the Father's plan and the enlightenment, the golden age, the age of wisdom and the first contact, all we kind of marginalized in society. We're not being taken seriously, but all new ideas, many people said that before. I think it was Gandhi who officially said it. It's like all new ideas at first they are laughed at, then they are fought violently, and then eventually they become integrated and they've been accepted, and eventually they become common sense. So it's at first so it is, we all being a little bit marginalized within society, but it's better than to be 100% in 3D, just to stay. Understand, if you're working in the ascension process, if you're working on your inner self, you are privileged in relationship to other people that seems to appear to have a better life on the outside, but they don't have God within so they're empty inside because they refuse to. Doesn't mean they shouldn't be helped, for they will awaken in their proper time. But we're really privileged in relationship to most humans because we have been given the chance to tune in to this inner self. And it is there is an exercise. So I'm going to pull a few cards first, and I'm going to work on this exercise. That is a simple exercise. We're going to keep practicing those kind of exercise. Those are tools that we use that expands our consciousness. For the situation is participation. It is the card of completion. It is the card of it shows really the end of a cycle. It's like after we have produced a certain effort, and now the recomfort is here, but we are a conscious participant in the process. Our consciousness just being aware to receive. What comes around the situation, it is suppression. It is letting go of all those cords that are making us feel like they're very heavy, and we have to let go of that. We have to cut the cords. Call on the Archangel Michael, ask him to cut all the cords, past, present, future, in the front, in the back, in the above, below, to all those things that in the past, present, and future ever tie you down to any negative or lower frequency. And from there, the source will come, the inner source, the great God, the inner source. We have this source. We are source energy beings. It is our true origin, and then from there, the total white light, the white and golden white light, will become dominant within our consciousness. What we see before us is the card of one. It is the magician. It is existence. It is she standing in this lotus flower, contemplating the cosmos. There is so many possibilities that we already see. We haven't fully integrated, but we will very soon. For in the distant past, in the subconscious, we have schizophrenia. It is being pulled in many directions to allow the mind to control us, but we have let go of that, and now we feel like we're in postponement. It's like we live in a world that is black and white, and we already see all those beautiful colors, and that is connected to the exercise I'm going to be talking about, so we can learn to move into this colorful world. What's coming up in the near future for us is possibilities. There is unimaginable possibilities. It is the eagle that flies up in the sky. You can see so much, you can travel so far, and we are like eagles. Well, our strength within the situation is still to be we have to let go of the mind. The mind is like this machine. It's like we are being controlled by the medias. The medias are like we have to let go of this outer control, to let go of the mind. And as we let go of the mind, we can move moment by moment. It's like each moment not to project. It's not easy. The mind wants to project. The mind wants to know. The mind wants to make plans and so on. But we can move one moment at a time. What comes to us from the outside world is totality. Totality is about trusting that something will catch you. If you jump, that you will be caught. And then from the outside world, consciousness will be reflected from the world as you connect to your inner self. No matter who you meet on the outside, not maybe the human consciousness, but the inner self, the God self, will be able to reflect you this higher consciousness level. What we feel in our inner emotion, our hopes and fear, is slowing down. The more we are able to slow down, the faster things will go. Slow down our mind, slow down our motions, slow down we don't need to overact, otherwise we'll get exhausted. So it's about slowing down, learning to take things one step at a time and accepting that. And the outcome is quite wonderful. For this reading would be like projected on the next 12 days, because new energies will come on the 8/8 for sure, and maybe before that. For each day can be miraculous happening each and every day. It is playfulness. It is the ability to be fully enjoy, to be fully there, in gratitude and fun and enjoyment and sharing and to be in the celebration of life. So rather than to be in a waiting mode. So this waiting mode, it will soon be over. The little exercise I wanted to say is to understand we have a higher self, which is the divine eternal self. We all have this higher self, and it's to learn to project ourselves and to ask our higher self to hug us, to give us a hug whenever we need it. For sometimes we believe that because our life is difficult, that our higher self does not love us at all. It's like because it's the one who's sending all the difficulties and challenges. But if he does that, it is for to build our character, to build our strength, so that we can find that freedom. Each soul is in charge of its own program. So connect to your soul, and for your soul knows that you are it too, and so it will love you eternally no matter what. It will not let you down. And so just visualize, imagine, visualize, project yourself and see yourself being hugged by this beautiful divine eternal being that is you. And so we got to start with simple visualization on this relationship to the higher plane, on the higher self, and the higher self for you, and your higher self is connected to the higher self of others, which is soul connection. I've already spoken about connecting to the I am presence down here to have the mirror reflection from the inner self of being, but this is about connecting on the higher plane on the soul level. And so you can do that to create to make if you feel somebody needs an energetic hug, you go into your higher self and you go and you see that you can hug their higher self. You can hug their even from their higher self to hug their lower self, which is one in a sense who they are really. So to give energetic hug to other people is can be very healing, very powerful. You can do all kinds of healing through this practice of learning to project yourself onto these higher planes in order to connect through the higher self. Another exercise is to imagine you're on a vacation, to project yourself into if somebody who's never seen the sea, who's never been into the sea, can maybe be more difficult to imagine, or if you want to ski to somebody who's never seen the snow. But if you've done it once, you know how it looks like, and so you can project yourself. You imagine yourself in this very comfortable transat in the beautiful beach with palm trees. Make sure there's no coconuts that fell on your head, for that's always something to look for. Be careful not to sit under a tree and this coconut fell down. And then imagine yourself, you walk on the beach. The sun is really hot, so you accelerate, and the water is so warm, and you imagine yourself you're floating inside. You get into the water and you're floating inside, and it's so healing, and you can connect to the ocean. And little by little, it's like having a preview on vacation until the day our powers will be strong enough to completely project ourselves, dematerialize from this timeline and materialize there. So it is an exercise. You go slowly. First you visualize. And I just need to also mention that we can do all kinds of collective experience on these higher planes, this plane of the fourth, fifth dimension. but when it comes to sexual relationship, you never want to just jump into anything with anyone. It's you don't want to force your energy on a sexual level. It is acceptable to go have sex on those astral planes, but you need to get the permission. You need to feel that it's something that the other soul wants to do as well. So you don't want to rush things. You want to connect first, and you want to see that it's really, because it's something very intimate. And so when you project yourself on the higher planes, you can make contact with potential lovers that were separated from time in time and space, but you can still have intimate relation. It's kind of different than here on the physical, but it can be very intimate, and the fusion of soul can be very fulfilling. But you want to know that it's you never want to force yourself, so you want to make sure that it is okay before you do it. I just thought I had to say that. But to learn to work on those higher planes will be useful more and more, to develop those connections, through meditation, to be able to do creative meditation, to project yourself, as well as going into the pyramid, your crystal pyramid, where you can meet your guide and your creator and all the other light workers, and you can place all your dreams on the crystal table that is at the center of the pyramid, and so they can be energized and come down into the world. I wanted to say that we have to be careful from what the mainstream media. It's like they're working with this mass hypnosis process to keep the world in fear, to keep the world separated, to create those separation. But the world is awakening no matter what. It's on a planetary level, for there is this divine plan that is at work, that is utterly beyond anything we can comprehend and conceive. So you gotta just trust. For everything needs to be thrown into chaos in order to be reassembled. Everything needs to be divided in order to be unified. Otherwise, we'll continue the same flow. So before it can come into a new order, the old world order needs to be completely dismissed and so thrown into chaos. And so just the only thing you can do is do your part, to do your part. There is no power, there is so much you can do from that is within your power, but there are three things that are completely outside of your power. Is the will of the collective. That's completely, you can be a saint and live in a tyranny. It's like there's no way you can change anything. You just got nothing you can do about the collective, or vice versa. There is nothing you can do about what's going on the environment. If there is a storm coming, you cannot prevent the storm from coming. You can just put yourself find a shelter the time the storm passes. And there is nothing you can do to change the past. What is done is done. So forgive it all, let it go in the past. There is nothing you can do to change it, but there is so much that we can do to enhance whatever's going on, to become contemplative and to let things unfold for us. Well, I hope this New Year message was interesting for you. I'm going to pull one more card and sing the song. It's a song about understanding we are all stardust. We're made of stardust. We were just dust, and we became into form, and then we'll return to stardust, and then we'll start again. So everything is passing through. It's only an experience that we have to let go as much as possible and live in the now. It's a song called Dust in the Wind. I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. Oh, my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity, dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. Same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though you refuse to see. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Now don't hang on, nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute by. Dust in the wind, all we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind, everything is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. So we don't want to hang on. So as we let go of the past, it's very essential. So much newness can come for spirit. We'll recreate always something new, and we don't want to control what's coming up in the future. We want to trust our inner self, our higher self, and work with those to allow. Because when the timing is right, there is all kinds of soul connection and soul happening that does not come necessarily from our personal will, but it is a soul called, and when that happens, it's very meaningful. So be in a receptive state, a receptive mode to receive those visions, those energies. And the card of the day is the divine conduct. The Archangel Sandalphon is wearing this purple robe, and he says, look for meaning in your life, envision a different approach. Surround yourself with friends and masters that have been proven to be of great wisdom. So we want to seek to be surrounded, to find our soul connection, and those who connect on a soul level, and to continue to cultivate this, and always be looking for new avenues or new expansion. Whatever life is teaching us is really what we want to follow. Well, thank you very much. I wish you a happy New Year, and the sacred 12 days that are following, and hopefully those 12 days will bring us into a new cycle before even the great opening on the August 8th portal. Namaste.